Hello, I'm Ashford, and this is the web series Straight Outta Gallifrey, brought to you by woodlandsonline.com and Kingdom of Geekdom. So the point of this web series, we have Doctor Who Series 11 with Jodie Whittaker playing the Doctor. Yes, and that's going to be awesome. So as a quick run-up to that, I want to do this web series where I introduce you to some classic Doctor Who episodes all the way to the modern day era. So with the show that's been on for over 50 years, you know, there's a lot to choose from. And I know some people, you hop in the middle of it or 3/4 of the way. I hopped in at Rose. Many people did. And every once in a while, someone might think, I want to take that trip back. I want to go back and watch the old episodes, but you're kind of thinking, you know, where do I start? Where do I start? Now, there's some folks where they have to be a completist and they have to start at the beginning. But if that seems too overwhelming for you, there's certain angles you can take. You can watch like a sample portion of each Doctor, but the road I'm going to take you on is the Straight Outta Gallifrey. And yes, I'm a podcaster, and I have a podcast called Straight Outta Gallifrey, and its mission statement is we do Doctor Who episodes that feature other Time Lords and Time Ladies. So those Doctor Who episodes that feature other Time Lords and Time Ladies, they're on the table. Now, we're going to kind of start you off with some Susan episodes, and even though she's from Gallifrey, it's not really determined if she's a Time Lady, if you will. But we just want to bring that up. So that's the mission statement right here. Every once in a while, you have a new Whovian. I still consider myself a new Whovian, even though I've been into the show since summer 2012, but I still feel like there's so much to learn. And if you want to go on that journey without it being too daunting, then I would like to help you with that. So let's try this out. Now, I'm going to kind of go episode by episode, but with this, I'm just going to kind of give you an amalgamation or just a summary of those episodes with Susan. And that really, the episode's just her story. So it all starts off, Cold Hill High School, London, 1963. And the Doctor and his granddaughter, they're in London. And, well, Susan, she's going to some classes. Some of you have seen this. And these two teachers, they kind of take notice of her because in certain aspects, she's brilliant. And then in other aspects, she's kind of like the it girl. She has that Ali Sheedy thing going on in Breakfast Club. So they follow her home, and again, it's 1963, and they realize, like, wait a minute, something is slightly awry going on here. And as most of you know, even folks that are new and you've just slowly started Googling things, they are kidnapped by the Doctor, and they go on these adventures. So we end up finding out through Susan, which is very interesting, the Doctor's granddaughter, is that the spaceship that he travels through time and space, it's a TARDIS, it's acronym, time and relative dimensions in space. She also gives us a physical description of Gallifrey in the Sensorites, where she displayed telepathic ability. So that lets us know. So the only thing we know with that first Doctor, William Hartnell, is that Susan, the granddaughter, and the Doctor, they're from another planet. The planet is not named at this moment. So, and that lets us know a little bit about the Doctor, whereas all we know is that he's on the run from his people. And the only thing he had time to grab was, I guess, a Type 40 TARDIS. I don't know if it was considered faulty. And his granddaughter didn't even have a chance to grab a knapsack. He won't do that until, I guess, he becomes Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. So that's that. That is the first Doctor and Susan so far as this introduction to these characters. And the reason why I like Gallifrey so much, to me it feels like I get to know a little bit more about the Doctor and his culture, traditions, the class and ranking systems. And every time we meet a Gallifreyan, every time we go back to Gallifrey, and every time we meet the Time Lords specifically, that's when we find out more about the Doctor and we start realizing, okay, I don't think he really fits in with this society, and it's kind of understandable why he left. if whether it was wrong or right, that's not the point. But just to be able to see the Doctor juxtaposed amongst his own people, it makes me enjoy the Doctor even more. So that is just an introduction about what this web series is going to be about. And if you stick around, the next episode, we will go into the Time Meddler. And that is the first televised recorded episode or serial where the Doctor meets someone from his home planet. So thank you for listening. Thank you, woodlandsonline.com, for having me. This is affiliated with the Kingdom of Geekdom. You can follow me at the WrightOnNetwork.com. That's WRIGHT on network.com, where you can listen to some of my podcasts about Straight Outta Gallifrey, a podcast dedicated to those episodes that feature other Time Lords and Time Ladies.